David Morgan with Money and Metals for the week ending 14 August 2015. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out of the old ball game, as they say. China devalues 3 in a row, and it caused quite a bit of consternation throughout the markets. Gold got a lift. Gold was up about 17 for the week, silver up 31 cents for the week, palladium up $19 for the week, and platinum up 22 for the week. Moving on in gold news, before I leave the currency markets, let me just state that this could be one of the big things in the currency crisis, as I refer to it, or currency wars, as others refer to it. A lot remains to be determined. Certainly, there is this bigger thy neighbor type of situation we saw in the 30s, whereby lowering the value of your currency, it is to stimulate your exports. But with the consumer economy in the United States being 70% driven by consumers, and with most consumers putting their hands in their pockets these days and holding on to any cash that they have, it will take some time to determine whether or not this strategy will work. Certainly something to pay attention to, and it puts pressure on the Federal Reserve Board. Are they going to raise interest rates in September? My guess is 25 basis points to save face is certainly a probability. Moving on to gold. As I said, gold got a lift, and there were mixed information this week. The more establishment websites and news sites were stating that there's been a fall off in gold demand very recently in the East, whereas other more alternative websites were saying contradictory or differing perspective, meaning that the non-ending beat for gold moving into India and China continues onward. I'll just stay neutral on it for this week. I'm not going to cite any websites or news sources today. On the silver side, even more interesting, certainly there has been product availability, but the demand has far exceeded the availability on the retail level, particularly in the Silver Eagle demand level. And there are some websites that are reporting that it moves all the way down the wholesale market, meaning the commercial bars. Commercial bars, of course, are the industrial grade silver that is utilized to manufacture or punch out, if you will, silver coins across the board, be they government issued or medallion status, meaning a non-government private mint. Regardless, I'm going to remain neutral. What I do know is that the amount of silver in the COMEX warehouses is roughly 170 million ounces, most of that in the eligible category for long-term investors, as we discussed last time I did a video. And the gold market, by contrast, is pathetically, pitifully small relative to the overall gold supply. So from a silver to gold perspective, there's really more registered or available silver in that category in a COMEX than there is availability of gold. Regardless, the metals are heating up this week. We'll have to wait and see if it continues, and a lot going on in the currency markets or the money markets. I'll be back with you next week.